not a real super productive. I mean, yeah, productive, but not in a sense productive. Did a lot today. Did a lot of walking, cut some trees, got some good footage out in those couple trees. Really put the caps on this job I'm going to do there as far as cutting. So got a little cleanup I'm going to do, but it was a pretty good day. I've already got a call back on one job of timber, so waiting on a few others. Hope to hear something on them this evening. So guys, enjoy today's video. It's a little cutting action, a little walking action, a little petting the dogs action, because I'm a sucker for dogs. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check us out on all of our social outlets at Turner Logging at Instagram and Facebook. Turner Logging LLC, to be exact, at Instagram and Facebook. Check out everything Logger Threads, like all the awesome apparel we come out with at loggerthreads.com or Logger Threads at Instagram and Facebook. I think Shanae's running a promo right now. You can get 25% off your entire order when you enter promo code SAVE25 at checkout. So some of you guys that put the big orders in, save you some money. Check out everything timber and logging at timbertracker.net. You can download the links to the free app there. Guys, I'm getting off here. Got a pretty good drive home. Then gonna turn right around, come back up here and do it all again tomorrow. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy today's video. See ya. I never thought I'd see it again, but the sun's out. And it's cold. Now we've had some weird weather here lately. It was down in the low 20s this morning, but the sun's finally out, but they're calling for snow Friday. And the chances and the amounts just keep getting bigger and bigger by the day. So yesterday we didn't put a video out. I meant to. I started to make one. I had good intentions to, but the day kind of got carried away. And all we did yesterday, we sold logs and I stacked logs out by the road. I've actually got a couple clips. I might throw one of those clips in there at the end of the video today, just of stacking those logs. But I don't know. It depends on how much material we film today. I'm just going to cut a handful of oak today to kind of round off the oak numbers here. And I'm trying to get some more walnut bottom, kind of standing here on the ridge here like a Viking, overlooking everything. Now I'm trying to buy some timber off this next place right here. And you can see that good walnut tree right there. That's on the next place. And I see a few more that's up there on the next place. And I might go for a little walk and see what's up there, because I'm going to try to buy some for the neighbors while I'm here. I've already got some to look at. The neighbors already reached out to us across the road. And I'm going to try to get that looked at today before we leave. But I really think on this little creek here, there'll be a lot of walnut the further down it goes. So I might have to take a little recon mission down the creek. Now, I'm not going to cut too much oak. There's one great big beast down here I'm going to cut, and it's so wet up here. I hope I can get it out. The good thing this morning, the ground's pretty hard from the freeze, so hopefully that'll help us out and get some traction, drag it out. And I'm just going to cut a handful of these bigger oak out here, something we can make some footage with. This part of the timber over here is in pretty good shape. I don't want to go through there and ransack the place like we did down here in this low bottom. And even in this low bottom, we were pretty selective about what we cut, but still it's made a mess. But the landowner's happy with it because he just uses this for hunting, and that provides more cover for deer. And being selective, we went through there and just cut the older, more mature trees, so he's still got a really good stand of nut-bearing trees like the bur oak and some of the other red oak species. So there's plenty of trees left to provide a little food for the wildlife, and those tops will really help with providing a little cover. And of course the log roads will help for his hunting as well. So he was extremely happy with how everything's went down so far, and I'm glad. The only thing I'm not happy about is how much of a mess we've made, which I'm going to try to clean that up the best I can with the bucket on the skid steer, but we can only do so much because I have a feeling we're going to be in for a wet spring. I really do. So let's go down here and see if we can saw this one down, then we're going to go for a little walk. We've got the old 661 here all sharpened, gas, oiled, and ready for action. This is the beast of a tree down here, so it might take a while to get her down. I want to cut this thing, but I honestly don't think I can get it out as soft as the ground is right now. I really don't. That's a behemoth. It's so soft, and you can see right here, there's water standing in these little ruts I've made. As big as that thing is, I just don't think I'll ever be able to get it out. I sure hate to leave it. I do. I do. There's a lot of footage in that tree. It's wanting to fall back this way. Gosh darn it. I don't know if I could win. I don't even think I could winch that out. That's a big tree. Big tree. I hate to do it, but I think I might just leave it here. Last thing I want to do is cut it and not be able to get it. I hate that. Gosh, I hate that. I was looking forward to cutting that thing. You can see what it's like. And that's from one pass through here. Landowner said this ground just holds water all the time, and I believe it. Just, that's a shame. That is a shame. Well, so much for that idea. And we're going to get a ways back to do this one. Down there in that draw. That's a big tree. Ornery devil. I'm gonna cut that monster there too. I'm just gonna cut the bigger oak out of this stand. This is a nice little clean stand of timber, so we don't want to take away too much from it. Now, like a lot of these trees, I bore them, and I actually used a hinge on this to let the tree go. See there, the hinge on it. I just cut straight down on that big root that flared out. And yeah, and see, this is a good reason to cut these bigger trees. See right there, this tree's starting to go bad, and right here on the root that I cut, it's starting to go bad there too. So it's a big tree and they're beautiful, but they're getting at the end of their life cycle, so it's time for them to go. Time for them to go. I mean, it just, the top of that tree, it destroyed it. So we'll get down here and we'll cut this devil off. Said we'll get that other big one right there. We'll cut that guy. And I think that good one right there, we'll cut him. And that'll probably be all the oak we cut on this job now. Between now and the last time I filmed the clip, I took a little scouting jaunt down the creek, and my gosh, it was a beautiful sight. So we're extremely highly motivated now to try to buy some timber off the neighbors up here. So let's try to get done with the task at hand first, and we'll get these guys worked up. I love seeing these big dudes hit the ground. Love seeing them. So we'll get this one worked up, then we'll go on to that one. Now, I didn't get a video of this one hitting the ground, but there was some footage in the top that busted up, which on these big trees, sometimes it's hard for them not to. You just kind of got to take what you can get, because as big as the tops are on these logs, it's not uncommon for them to bust on impact when they hit the ground. They're tall. Like I said, I try to get all I can. It's not that we lost a lot of footage in the top, maybe 130, 140 feet, but that's still logs I'd like to have, but there's a lot of footage in that old chunk of wood there. That I don't mind cutting oak like that, and It cut just as pretty as could be too. We can get back here. We've had a heck of a time getting it out of the timber. Just as pretty as can be. That's, old Skidder was jumping up on 2 wheels the whole way out pretty much, trying to weave through there, and that's probably going to be all we cut in there. Like I said, those are the 2 biggest ones I got out of there. There's some others that are fairly good size, but the timber seems to be in pretty good health. You know, that first one I cut was a little bad, but this big guy here, he cut just as sound and solid as a rock, and so we'll probably let everything else go in there. So we'll take this out. That's probably got my 1,500 foot for the day, which that's more than I wanted to cut that big devil over there, you know, I really did. But there's, south as the ground is, there's absolutely no way it'd ever come out. It just wouldn't do it. Maybe another day. So let's see if we can get this out, because it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy at all. We just walked back to the log deck here. I've been on a heck of a walk. I put some miles in today. I've also got some footage out in those 2 trees. I really wanted to, I'm still just upset not getting cut that big one, but so goes it. I'm gonna fire up the skid steer and track a lot of this in now that the sun and winds kind of hit it and dried, because you know, Monday night it started raining. It was raining yesterday morning we were here. Now, we really haven't cut any ruts, but we've muddied the ground up where I was moving logs with the skid steer. So I'll put the bucket on and I'll smooth all this up and track it back into where it looks better. But I've still got some stuff to fix over there with the bucket too, but it needs to dry a little bit more yet. Man, like I said, I've walked some miles today up these creeks and down them, up one side and down the other, and I've talked to several neighboring landowners, and I really got a good feeling we'll be up here a little while longer yet cutting, which I really hope we are, because the timber is just phenomenal on this little creek. I mean, it is really, really good timber, and I want to stay up here cutting it. I do. I'd like to stay up here cutting the walnut. I'd like to stay up here cutting the oak. I want to stay up here and cut a little longer. So, I'm tired. I'm out of breath. I'm fat and out of shape. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna track some of this in, and when Marvin, the gentleman across the road, gets back, we're gonna talk to Marvin and see when he wants to start in cutting his. I'd like to start tomorrow, because we're gonna sell this oak tomorrow. These you know, like these top logs on the bur oak and the red oak stuff. We'll unload it tomorrow, be done with that, and I mean, that's, other than just a few trees here, we've got the job done, which, as muddy as it is, we just I ain't gonna worry about them few oak. We'll let them go, save them for next time. We'll be back. We'll be back here one day to cut again. But let's jump in the machine here, get to tracking some of this in, make it look a little better. I'm ashamed of myself, it looks as bad as it does. Now you won't be able to do this kind of work with a wheeled machine. You just can't do it, especially in soft ground conditions. I mean, that still looks a little sloppy right there, but what I've done, I've actually cut in a ditch, because that's wet in there. There's water standing all up through there. So I've cut that ditch in for them to help it drain, just to kind of help drain some of that water. And I've backtracked all this. I've smoothed all this out right here. What are we doing here, thing? But I've smoothed all that out best we can right there. We've come back and we've slicked all this up. Just smoothed it all up with the bucket. Like I said, you'll have a hard time doing that with a wheeled machine to get it just, for one, even with the mud still like it is, you won't have the mobility with a wheeled machine you've got with a track machine as far as a skid steer for doing this. Now I'll slick this up more yet, because I'm still, once we sell those logs tomorrow, we've still got to get those packed up. But one of the reasons I wanted to go ahead and do some of this today is because I'm trying to buy more timber up here. So I want the landowners to know, even if we tear something up, we're gonna fix it and make it look good. I mean, yeah, that's mud, but once that dries, there's no ruts in there. That's still smoothed out. Like I said, they're building a pond right here anyway. When we're done, they're gonna doze out that little patch of timber, and they're gonna put a pond in right there, which they should have no trouble getting water for it anyway. But I want all the landowners up here to know that I'm trying to buy timber from, that, hey, you know, when we cut logs and we make a mess, we'll do what it takes to clean it up and make it look good, or the best we can anyway. So, and another reason is because this gentleman's wife, I'm sure it makes her feel a lot better that even after we scratch the ground up, that it's still going to smooth out and make it look good. And I'm not a married man, nor have I ever been a married man, but I'm told something about a happy wife, happy life kind of deal. So if that's true, maybe we'll make it a little easier on the landowner here, on him and his, well, if his wife's not mad at him, so maybe he'll be happier. All right, so that's about got the wraps, everything we're going to do up here today. Like I said, we've walked a lot of ground. We've looked at a lot of good timber. We've tried to buy a lot of good timber, got a lot of offers in. I really think we'll get to cut more timber while we're up here. We've slicked this up. Got a couple, well, not quite 2,000 feet. I'm guessing probably 1,400 feet of logs out to the deck, which, you know, in 2 trees, that's not bad. I'll take that. I wish I could have cut a few more, but it's muddy and wet as it is back there. We'll just leave it at that. So it's a good day. Good day. Sun shining. Get some sun on this, help it dry out. Maybe a little wind. Back in business, guys. Back in business. Come here, tramp. The old boy's kind of an antique. I make friends with dogs about everywhere I go. I've always had a soft spot for dogs. This old girl here, she's pretty skittish. She's some kind of French herding dog. He told me the name of it. It's almost kind of like a... kind of looks like a Doberman in a way, and a Belgian Malinois in another way, but it's got a breed name. Old tramp here, he's just an old lab. He's a good boy, old tramp is. This dog here, she's kind of skittish. She's just a puppy. She likes to play. I was playing with her the other day. She'll come over here in a minute. Come here. Come here. Well, you better come here. The tramp's going to get all the attention. Come on. Come on. Yeah, make me look like an idiot when I'm trying to film a video. Old tramp, he don't care though. Do you, tramp? Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, now. See, now here she comes. Tramp, he don't want her over here because she'll take his attention. Come on. Oh, stop. You get her to playing. I had her playing yesterday, and she wouldn't hardly leave me alone. Would you? No. You wouldn't leave me alone yesterday. She's a pretty dog. Yes, now you're wanting to play, ain't you? All right, guys.